26 is the purchase price. This one was an auction property, and a couple things you want to take a quick little peek at whenever you're looking at properties. We're looking at a tri-level, so you've always got to kind of watch the square footage. This seems, they're advertising it as 1,508 square feet, and it seems pretty darn close to being right. I would say probably closer to 1,700 square feet. It's not a tri-level, it's a quad level. So there's a sub-basement. That's a big thing you got to really pay attention to whenever you're running comps in a particular area, is if it's a tri-level and it has a sub-basement, that's like a quad level. And most real estate brokers don't know that that field even exists, that that's something that's a big deal. That adds like $10,000 to $15,000 in value, maybe $20,000 in value, depending on the area. So it is a big deal, and you want to make sure that when you're running your comps, you're running not against tries, you're running it against quad levels. So let's take a quick little peek here. Again, 1,508 square feet. I really think it's larger than that. Again, square footage in our markets, it's up to whatever you want to put down. We're 3 bedrooms. We are 2 baths. It says 1. We're 2. It's a 2-car garage built in 1968, and that's the subject property. Okay, so now let's try to take a look at some of the comps right around the subject, something that's very close to us. Let's try to find something that looks a lot like the subject property. So let's see here. We want to hit tries. Here's one that's on Kimbark. All right, that's very close by, within a few houses away. Let's click on this one and take a quick little peek. All right, so this is a great example. This one says that it's 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, and 2,000 square feet. So it's probably a couple hundred square feet bigger than the subject property. Again, it's another tri-level style home. We've sold this a lot of times, so this is a very familiar model to us. And this one was nicely renovated. Looks nice and tidy and clean. New tile, new floors, new paint, new carpet, new cabinets. Pretty much the regular stuff that we do in pretty much every property. So not spectacular, but not bad either. It's just a nice, clean property. So this property sold for $250,000. And it is a little bit larger than the subject property. It was 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage. It says 1 story. This one was only a tri-level. It's not a quad level. So we need to make some adjustments here. Our property is lesser in square footage, but we have a sub-basement, which adds value for storage or additional living space, whatever it may be. So that's something that you got to factor in. So we've got a $250,000 sale. Let's go down the line and see something else that would look similar to the subject. And I want to find, again, tri-levels. Here's a tri-level. This one, very, very similar to the subject property. Again, somebody went in, did a renovation on the property. New cabinets, new counters, floors, refinished or new. Backsplashes. Looks nice and tidy. This property sold for $245,000. This one says it's a 1,660 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage, built in 1972. My question is, does it have the sub-basement? And sometimes you really have to dig through photos, because like I said, a lot of realtors don't know that they should be advertising, hey, there's like this sub-basement inside the property. And I can't really tell. It doesn't look like they've made any mention of a sub-basement. This likely is a true tri-level. So, and very similar in size to us, and would be in very similar design and style to us. This one's a great comp. And again, it's relatively close to the subject property, so a good property to use as a comparison. And let's take a quick little peek at the one other photo I wanted to see, is if there was anything that showed. I just want to confirm there is no basement. One other thing you can kind of tell if it doesn't have a basement, if the utility room is off of like the family room, which is maybe like a lower level family room area, And there's a utility room with like a furnace and a water heater and maybe a washer and dryer. That's a really good sign. It does not have a sub basement. So I was just trying to dig in. You got to be very visual. The photos kind of tell a little bit more of a story, and that's what we're trying to do here is get a story told. Let's just see if there's anything else that's tri-level. Another tri-level. Nope, that's a 2-story. Let's look at something that's smaller. That would be smaller in size to the subject, meaning that they're advertising this as 1,600 square feet, and very well it may be 1,600 square feet. I think that they're including the lower level, the basement, into the square footage on this property of what's finished. So again, square footage, you got to really do your homework on and just verify that it is what it is. So this is definitely a smaller house than the subject property. This one sold for $233,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet. Nicely renovated again. Somebody went in, did the whole Megillah on the property, and just like what we would be doing inside of our house. And a fine job. Looks great. So we've got sales that are ranging from $259,000 or $255,000 down to $233,000 for a smaller house. What I think we will do on this property, I would like to pin this one at $235,000. This property all fixed up, cleaned up, based on the recent sales that we just looked at in the neighborhood that were people that did the same kind of thing we do, fix it up. This property would be worth around $235,000. I would budget around $58,000 for renovation inside the property, and we already have a scope on this particular property. And the purchase price at $126,000. So we're working with close to $100,000 spread. We don't have a major amount of work inside the property, a little over $100,000 spread. I know that the property does need a roof. So we're going to be putting on new shingles, ripping off the existing, putting on new shingles, and getting that all up and running. So if you have any questions on this property, give me a holler. Check out the link below with some more details on the property. And always check out our website, chaseforeclosure.com. Thanks for tuning in today.